So, jaw, tongue, neck, tension in the back of the head, things like migraine, quite often have their source in the TMJ joint. So this is on page 31 of your manuals, all the releases here. So it's available to you here. I'll just take you through the major releases. You can read through this. So we won't, we'll release the tongue a bit. I'll take you through the major releases and we can get the more subtle stuff you can read yourself. It's always a little bit difficult teaching this because you tend to be sitting up, and I said how important it is not to have people make faces at each other, and then you're getting everyone to do around, and a lot of people are just not comfortable. Yes?
I've done this one lying down before relaxation.
Yeah, I do it always lying down.
Good idea.
Always.
Quite relaxing.
Right. Yeah, probably a better way to do it then. Is lying down. So let's start with the calibration. How is your... If we don't calibrate, we won't know how things are now. We won't be able to tell if things have released. So, how does your tongue feel? What is its length? How is it lying in your mouth? And generally people won't know how their tongue is lying in their mouth, so more information. Does your tongue lie flat in your mouth? Does the edge touch the back of the teeth there? Is the tongue moving or is it still? Is the tongue touching the upper palate or is it lying flat in the lower part of the mouth? Is it central in your mouth or is it off to one side? Is there any tension in the tongue, in the back of the tongue? Or is the tongue quite relaxed? Slowly open your mouth wide 2 or 3 times. Just to see what it feels like. When you open your mouth, does your mouth open directly down or does it go a little bit off to one side? Or is it difficult to feel that? Take your tongue, please, and place it into the right cheek, as if you had a gobstopper there. If that's what they're called. What are they called? Lollipop.
Chubby chops.
Thank you. Begin to draw circles with your tongue. Begin to draw circles. Begin to draw circles with your tongue, gradually spiraling outwards, and feel the tension that can accrue in the cheeks, particularly close to the gums and the back of the jaw there. You're not holding your breath as you do this, you're breathing comfortably. And take your tongue the other side. First, press into the left cheek. And then slowly begin to draw spiraling circles outwards from the cheek as you breathe comfortably. Okay, good, and leave that one. Instead, press your tongue into the roof of your mouth for about 3 or 4 seconds. And then release. and then do it again. So we're tensing the muscle, then releasing, tensing, releasing. Then let your tongue open your mouth by, maybe the tongue could tilt your head backwards, pressing the tongue and letting the tongue pressing into the upper palate tilt your head back slightly. Begin to get a sense of how this impacts on the cervical vertebra, on your neck bones. And then the opposite, press the tongue down into the palate, press and release a couple of times to tense the tongue up and then release that tension. And then use the tongue to open the mouth downwards, pressing the tongue downwards so that the tongue opens the mouth. How far can you stick your tongue out? Can you, for example, can you see your tongue? Can you see the tip of your tongue? Can you take your tongue to the right and follow it with your eyes? And then to the left and follow it with your eyes. Go from side to side like this. Feel and hear what's happening in your jaw as you move your tongue like this. And then, that's good, bring it back in again. One of the strongest releases, if you're doing a quick jaw release, is the next one, even if you don't do all the preliminaries. And that is to take the tongue from side to side as the eyes move in the opposite direction. So let's try that. Most of you are holding your breath, which is not, come on, breathe. And then the jaw moves slowly and easily from left to right, not going to any extremes, but your eyes travel the opposite way to the way your jaw is going. So your jaw goes to the right and your eyes go to the left, and vice versa. So this in itself is a great quickie, a quick release for the jaw. Can be done lying on the back at the beginning of class even. If you notice jaw tension, it's a great way to release. Excellent. Then take your tongue, and this was developed by a speech therapist, found out later it releases the jaw. So press your tongue in between the front of your upper teeth and the lip there. And then as if you're exploring, take the tongue right to the back of the teeth on one side slowly, and go from side to side as you breathe a few times. And this time put your tongue in between the lower teeth and the front lip. And keeping the tongue pressed down, slide it slowly to the right. Bring it back and take it to the left a few times. Keep it very slow and listen and feel what's happening in your jaw. Let's incorporate both of those movements. So we take the teeth to the back, then take it up into the upper jaw between the teeth and the lip, and then down, up, both directions. And leave it, rest your tongue, close your eyes for a moment, and just sense how your tongue is in your mouth. Sense how your jaw is feeling now. If we were going to use the jaw